Kevin Hart and Cat Williams seem like polar opposites in the world of comedy. One is known for his high-energy family humor, while the other has built a reputation on raw, unfiltered stand-up. Yet, their rivalry isn't just about jokes and punchlines. It's about power, fame, and how far someone might go to stay on top. Recent interviews have reignited old rumors that Kevin's skyrocketing success is no mere coincidence. Did he accept certain offers he couldn't refuse? Or is Katt simply hurling baseless accusations after years of personal setbacks? These questions have put both comedians in the hottest spotlight of 2025. Long before feuds and lawsuits entered the picture, Katt Williams and Kevin Hart were carving out distinct paths in Hollywood. Katt, ever the outspoken comedian, gained fans by exposing what he called the dirty laundry of the entertainment business. His quick wit and fearless approach set him apart from other stand-ups. Kevin, on the other hand, went from small comedic roles to headlining blockbuster movies, seemingly overnight. Their paths rarely crossed publicly at first, but whispers in the industry pointed to a building tension. Katt often implied there were gatekeepers in Hollywood who controlled who made it and who didn't. He felt that genuine talent wasn't always the deciding factor. In contrast, Kevin's rise was explained by many as a combination of work ethic and a knack for making the right connections. Whether accidental or intentional, this combination stoked an undercurrent of rivalry that would soon surface in major interviews and social media rants. Years ago, Dave Chappelle shook the industry when he revealed his discomfort with a script that insisted he wear a dress. He suspected a pattern. Why were so many black comedians asked to do this? And why was it such a common request? Although Dave resisted, the question lingered. Could dressing up in exaggerated costumes be more than just a joke? Kevin once stated he had limits and would never cross certain lines for a laugh. Yet many fans were shocked when he eventually appeared in a wig and dress on a well-known sketch show. This ignited claims that wearing a dress was an industry ritual for black entertainers hoping to ascend to the next level of fame. Katt took note and called it out, suggesting Kevin was simply following a decades-long tradition of compliance in order to keep climbing. Rumors swirled that a willingness to do anything for the camera opened doors Katt himself refused to walk through. As Kevin's career surged, some fans noticed a pattern. Whenever Katt faced tabloid headlines or personal controversies, Kevin appeared in bigger, more prominent roles. The timing felt suspicious to those who believed Kevin was part of a carefully orchestrated plan by top industry figures. Katt didn't mince words. He accused Kevin and other major stars of secretly giving up their integrity for the promise of continued success. He even suggested that powerful Hollywood players offered special deals if certain performers would step into roles others had turned down. Some pointed to Kevin's cameo in a few questionable sketches as proof. Others saw it as just good business sense for a man hungry to break into the A-list. Tensions boiled over during a fiery radio appearance where Kevin labeled Katt a failure who squandered his shot at mainstream stardom. He claimed Katt's personal demons were what truly sidelined his career, not any industry conspiracy. Kevin insisted that nobody stopped Katt from shining. He just never showed up to fulfill the potential everyone saw in him. Enraged, Katt fired back on social media. He refuted the idea he was a meltdown waiting to happen. Instead, he implied he made conscious choices to protect his soul and refused to accept certain scripts or comedic bits. While Kevin kept climbing the Hollywood ladder, Katt found himself battling negative headlines about addiction or bizarre incidents. He insisted these stories were exaggerated or outright fabrications designed to tarnish his name. Katt's most recent interview, stretching a full 3 hours, lit up every social platform. Far from simply cracking jokes, he called out a long list of so-called deviants in Hollywood. Among those names, Kevin Hart stood front and center. Katt alleged that Kevin's entire meteoric rise could be traced back to secret deals. He singled out certain high-profile comedic roles that were initially set for Katt, but ended up going to Kevin. This time, Katt didn't hold back. He argued that wearing a dress was just one test of loyalty and submission. For Kevin, the test was about more than a costume. It represented a willingness to play along with anything the industry demanded. According to Katt, those who comply are handsomely rewarded, and those who don't are quietly shunned. His claims cast an ominous shadow over the comedic world, raising questions about how much control some celebrities really have over their careers. Shortly after the interview went viral, Kevin showed he was well aware of the unfolding drama, but instead of diving into direct rebuttals, he took a different approach, publicly joking at a basketball game, dropping references to Katt in an offhand, mocking way. He made sarcastic remarks about Katt buying teams and flying around in spaceships, as if to belittle the gravity of Katt's accusations. Behind the scenes, though, rumors swirled that Kevin had finally reached his breaking point. Insiders claimed he was considering legal action to end the chatter once and for all. If true, this could spark a full-fledged courtroom battle over defamation, forcing both comedians to air their disputes in front of the public eye. For fans, it raised a bigger question. Would a lawsuit reveal new facts, or would it only amplify the mystery? A lawsuit could transform a heated back and forth into something more dangerous. Defamation cases can force disclosures that might embarrass both parties. If Kevin follows through, his legal team could present evidence to dismiss Katt's claims as absurd. Katt, on the other hand, might counter with more detailed allegations. Even if he can't prove everything he says, the sheer spectacle might damage Kevin's carefully cultivated image. Of course, Katt's reputation isn't bulletproof either. He's faced years of negative press and rumors. If Kevin successfully sues, Katt could be left with a tarnished brand and serious financial repercussions. That puts everyone, fans, fellow entertainers, and executives in Hollywood, on edge. Nobody knows which skeletons might tumble out of the closet once lawyers get involved and depositions begin. The feud shines a glaring light on how Hollywood power structures can reward those who play along and punish those who speak out. While Katt's interviews are undoubtedly sensational, they also echo warnings from past comedians who left the industry or clashed with it over moral concerns. Could there be a larger pattern of coercion in the entertainment business? Katt alleges that wearing a dress or taking on other humiliating roles is merely a gateway to bigger deals and lasting fame. Whether viewers believe it's all just comedic exaggeration, he insists these alleged rituals have real consequences. Kevin's defenders argue that he's simply made smart career moves, weaving humor into roles that push boundaries and amuse fans. They say the success that followed is proof of his talent rather than any secret pact. Two giant personalities, two wildly different stories, and one question that keeps echoing. What is the true cost of fame in Hollywood? Katt Williams believes he knows the answer. He insists Kevin Hart paid a price he himself refused to pay. Kevin, however, dismisses these claims, chalking them up to envy or bitterness. Now, with talk of a lawsuit looming, it feels like there's more at stake than comedic bragging rights. If a legal showdown happens, it could test the boundaries of free speech and expose hidden corners of the industry. Fans might finally see who's telling the truth, or they might discover an even darker side to fame. Regardless, the conversation has shifted from who's funnier to who is willing to sacrifice more for the spotlight. As for you, do you think one of them is more credible, or is the truth lingering somewhere in between? Only time will tell. And in the high-stakes world of Hollywood, time has a way of revealing everything